All right, let's dive into more content from chapter 1153 of One Piece. This time, the complete summary. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That really helps the channel grow and reach more people. I appreciate the support. Now let's get straight into the video, straight into the chapter. This is a big one. It's a full chapter with 17 pages, which is about the usual length. The title of chapter 1153 is The Birth of Loki. In the cover story, we see volume 37 of the Golden Harvest Pilgrimage of the ogre child Yamato. In it, Yamato meets Kikunojo, now the daimyo of Ringo, and the Yakuza boss Osho. The main story kicks off with a flashback to Harold's childhood with Dory and Brogy. Harold was born stronger and bigger than other giants, which made him a special kind of giant. One day, Harold saw a giant woman named Ida being held captive and used as an attraction in a human circus. Furious, Harold destroyed the entire city to free her. Ida had freckles on her face, rosy cheeks, and wore her hair in a ponytail. Her design stands out. She looks very different from the usual female characters drawn by Oda. Ida asks, "Who are you?" Harold responds, "No need to thank me. I'm the king of Elbaf after all. I can't let someone from my homeland be treated like this." Suddenly, Ida slaps Harold across the face, leaving him stunned with a hilarious expression. That's when we learn that Ida was actually saved by the humans in that town after her ship sank. She had been working in the circus by her own choice, out of gratitude for their kindness. She scolds Harold, telling him he's no better than anyone else just because he's strong. That moment is key. It sparks a change in Harold. He begins to grow as a person and becomes curious about other cultures and lands. Eventually, Harold takes Ida back to Elbaf and proposes to her. But the elders of the giant tribe forbid the marriage because Ida wasn't from Elbaf. As a result, she stayed in a human village while Harold, now more open-minded, started building diplomatic relationships with other countries, including the Ryugu kingdom of Fishman Island. Years later, Ida gave birth to Hajrudin, but under pressure from the elders, Harold was forced to marry Estrida, the daughter of a powerful giant noble. Estrida said, "I was born in the village of Alcol in the northern lands. I've studied the way of Defeng. Through visions, I've seen that I am destined to be loved and adored by your majesty. Please forget that woman and her child." Harold responds, "I really can't do that." Estrida was a stunning giant, dressed like a dancer, resembling a fusion between Nami and Vivi during the Alabasta arc. She was obsessed with Defeng, likely the One Piece version of Feng Shui. She ordered all the castle windows sealed and had all the furniture rearranged to suit her energy flow. Sometime later, while Harold was traveling abroad, Estrida gave birth to Loki, a baby with demonic eyes, similar to Sauron's from The Lord of the Rings. Terrified, she panicked and cast Loki into the underworld. She then ordered her servants to lie and tell Harold the baby had died. And in the chapter's most dramatic moment, we see baby Loki crying while crawling through the treasure chamber beneath the tree of Adam. He's badly injured, having fought off some beasts from the underworld. In his pain, Loki lets out soft, broken cries. "Ah, ah!" The chapter ends with a powerful scene. Estrida remains in the castle, Harold sails the seas, and Ida lives quietly in the giant village. The narrator says, as Queen Estrida grows sick, Estrida declares, "Remove that child from this world. Even before he was born, it was foretold that one day King Harold would be killed by his own son." The soldiers respond, "Ma'am, not this nonsense again." The narrator continues, Harold, disturbed by a world divided by borders. Harold says, "The world government is infiltrating again. Nations can't even act freely anymore." Ida says, "Doesn't he look like his brother? Wouldn't it be wonderful to meet the baby?" Harold replies, "He's not my brother. He's mother's child, not mine." Ida smiles. "He's so cute." The narrator closes, "All the disasters that would one day fall upon Elbaf would come to be known as the Curse of Loki." End of the chapter. One Piece will be on break next week. So there you have it. We're fully inside King Harold's flashback, exploring the origin of Loki. It looks like this arc is about to get very interesting. What did you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And remember, the scanlated version of the chapter will drop this Thursday, and as always, I'll narrate it for you here on the channel. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. That really helps the channel grow. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.